Okay, guys, so we have some updates on the upcoming studio series Energon Universe Optimus Prime. That is the official title. So Noonan was right. This is the first studio series comic line edition figure to be released in the subline. And this is up for pre-order right now. At the time of this recording, it's in stock over at Hasbro Pulse, and it has an estimated ship date of October 1st, 2026. So a little under a year from now, which is kind of crazy. I was expecting this to drop maybe around the summertime of next year, but it'll probably end up dropping around the summertime because, they're always a few months ahead with the pre-order release dates just in case there's a delay. So it's probably dropping around the summertime, like July or August. But we also have some showroom floor images to talk about here. These are from TF Dubs. And looking at this figure, I gotta say, it looks better in these like in-hand official prototype physical images here. But, it doesn't look, after it's all said and done, 90 something dollars good with tax and shipping and everything. I don't know, man. It like the hand articulation is great on the new Megatron arm. You got the new Megatron cannon, which some people have been pointing out the last day or so that it is more cartoon accurate and a bit better looking than the fusion cannon that even comes with the new 86 liter class Megatron. If you guys compare it, which is true, that's kind of crazy. So I mean, they kind of give you a built-in incentive. Maybe that's why they made the 86 Megatron release fusion cannon so dinky looking, kinda, so they could later on sell you a better fusion cannon with this upcoming comic book Optimus release. That's probably why they did that, unfortunately, because that's like Hasbro's whole MO with characters. They release like the less desirable version of a character or an accessory, and then literally a few months later, a year later, or a couple years later, they come out and drop a better version of said character or accessory. And in this case, it's the fusion cannon. So that kind of sucks, but I mean, they're giving you the opportunity to get a new and improved fusion cannon for your 86 Megatron. They're literally doing upgrade kits now with their own product, which is funny. I don't know how to feel about that. I mean, it's cool for people who really want a new fusion cannon on their 86 Megatron, but it's kind of scummy for people who already paid for Megatron and, they were expecting just this fusion cannon right off the bat, and they didn't get that, unfortunately. But, I discussed this in my video last night, but, the lack of comic book accurate paint on him is really jarring to me. I just don't like this at all. And especially with the $80 price tag, they're charging that much for him, but he really doesn't have all that many accessories. With the $90 86 Optimus that came out last year, you had the trailer, you had Roller, the Medbot, you had his axe, a bunch of effects. But going off of what we know about this Optimus release, all he comes with is the fusion cannon arm, his ion blaster, I believe the Matrix as well, and that's it. He comes with like 3 accessories for $80. And you mean to tell me the trailer, his axe, roller, and all those blast effects are worth only $10 out of that Commander class price point and pack last year? I don't believe it. The math is not math in here. This just seems like another price gouge for whatever reason that it may be behind the scenes. It's ridiculous to me. This is just another release to me of kind of a long line of releases the last couple years, honestly, since the whole thing in 2020. I don't want to say it outright in case of my video gets I don't know, flagged or something by YouTube for saying the word. I don't know if they're still doing that, but I just want to be sure. Ever since 2020, it's just been a downward spiral of just weird price gouging here and there, and then of course the price increases, and now we're seeing even more price increases next year with the tariffs. So I don't know, maybe Commander class is seeing a price increase next year to go along with the tariffs. I don't think that's been reported on yet, but it seems like it might be happening here considering this Optimus is already $80 and he's missing more than half of his accessories that came with the original release, and that was $90 last year. So we're just all over the place at this point with the prices, and I don't know. We're just gonna have to wait and see on what happens with the Commander class and price points and accessory counts going forward. Hopefully, it doesn't go down because of the cost cutting and the tariffs and everything next year. But it seems like if we're using this Optimus as an indicator, that might be what may happen next year, unfortunately, if with that onslaught and maybe the Jetfire release. Who knows? I'm just speculating here. I don't know for sure. But, with all my complaining out of the way, the lack of pain to the price point not making any sense, he does look good for what he is. You slap this Megatron arm on G1 Optimus, you literally have a hit. Either way, this figure is probably going to sell really well in the next year or so until this releases. There's always going to be sweaty, greedy nerds that are just going to buy this, even though it is way too expensive. I was somebody a few days ago when I first covered that this figure leaked that it was going to be revealed at New York Comic Con. I said in that video, you could go back and watch it, I said, this is going to be a knockout of the park for Hasbro, and I am definitely buying this. Now that I've seen that the figure really isn't all that comic book accurate, and the fact that they're charging him up the yin-yang freaking $80 when he should be like 60, I just want to pass. I'm not getting this. If I do want like Studio Series 86 scale Skybound Fusion Cannon Megatron Arm Optimus, I'll just get that KO that's like $50 on AliExpress that comes with way more accessories than what you're getting here with, after it's all said and done, 90 something dollars here with this Studio Series Energon Universe Optimus. But yeah, guys, I just don't know what to make of this at this point. I mean, on its own, the truck mode looks good. The robot mode looks good when you have it posed with that very menacing and just crazy looking fusion cannon arm. It's just such an iconic pop culture moment within the Transformers franchise at this point when this happened. How long ago did this happen in the comics? Was it like a year ago, a year and a half, maybe 2 years ago? I can't even remember. Time is just flying by so fast. It's been so long since this happened in the comics. But point is, it's been over a year, I'm pretty sure, and it's already become such a big pop culture moment within the Transformers franchise and just comic books as a whole, it seems like. So this is probably going to sell good either way. Hasbro's just jumping on the bandwagon and jumping on the hype, which might be one of the reasons why they kind of price gouged this here, to just kind of get ahead of the hype and profit off of it. I would not be surprised at all, but again, I don't know for sure. I'm just speculating on why this figure costs so freaking much when he should be like $20 cheaper. But yeah, man, this is insanity. But I do like the way it looks in vehicle mode. You got it transformed and it fits in there snug and evenly. I can't tell if the Megatron arm is new or not. Let me know in the comments, guys, if the whole arm is new. I know the Fusion Cannon is definitely new and it looks better than the one that comes with Megatron. But is the whole arm itself new? Like, can you swap the arms or something? That would be kind of a crazy cross-compatibility thing between the Megatron figure from '86 and this Optimus here in the comic line. But gonna have to wait and see on that. But let me know down below, guys, what do y'all think about this new Studio Series Energon Universe Optimus, the first release in the comic book subline, it seems like. And yeah, guys, thank you for watching this video. Catch y'all in the next one. Bye.